What's up, guys? It's the Agent of Power Sun here, and today I wanted to bring you a Yu-Gi-Oh discussion. I wanted to talk about the Burning Abyss being Tier 0, some would like to call it, and just give my 2 cents about it. In my opinion, I don't see Burning Abyss as a Tier 0 deck. Now, I get it, it can make really ridiculous boards. Well, I don't even think it's really that ridiculous, but it can make pretty decent boards that are really hard to deal with. I get it, it's got extremely good synergy, but I don't know. I feel like it's just a phase. I feel like this deck is just another phase because, and everyone was saying that Shaddolls are going to be Tier 0. Look where Shaddolls are. They're getting their ass kicked by Burning Abyss. I remember it was like Kleeforce were going to be Tier 0. Look where Kleeforce are. They're fighting neck and neck with Burning Abyss. Everyone's seen Capital G talk about it. He talked about the numbers. He talked about the way they play. He talked about their matchups. And it was like, he had a point. Because like I said, I've said it multiple times in my videos, I haven't been playing that long. But I was around. I wasn't around for Teledad, and I wasn't around for Beast, Gladiator Beast, but I was around for Dragon Ruler, and that was a Tier 0 deck. There was no competition. Everyone's talking about double Dantes. Well, before Dante exists, there was something called double Dracossack, which could be done. If the guy was that big of an asshole, he could drop double Dracossack on you. How do you fight double Dracossack? Can someone tell me? Yeah, I guess now people, and I think the thing is, people just they want to throw around Tier 0 so quick because they like the way it sounds. I think people actually get a kick out of Tier 0 formats because they know that there's one deck that cannot be pretty much fucked with, and they just know, I have to only worry about this deck. Excuse me. And so a lot of people, I think, and it gives people something to, all hate together. It gives the whole community something to hate together. And everyone can, just bash on that one deck, like how everyone hated Dragon Ruler. Like, oh my god, I can't wait for this deck to die. This deck is evil. This deck ruins the format. And there were people who were who, if you went on DN, had the names like Dragon Ruler or something, and they talk about how they were gods, and this whole giant joking around and hatred of this deck went around. Burning Abyss don't really have that. Yeah, they're popular. Yes, they're very meta. They are the face of meta right now, okay? But they are not Tier 0. And I've seen in comments where people have tried to argue that they could beat Dragon Rulers in their prime. I'm sorry, you're wrong. They don't have that kind of power. They might be able to create a board that is seemingly insane, but they can't challenge something on that pedestal. I'm sorry, I'm not good with my words, but anyone who remembers the Dragon Ruler format when it was a thing remembers how you blinked and the duel was over. Most of the Burning Abyss duels I see, they are extremely long. There's no such thing as a long Dragon Rulers match. Not unless you were fighting someone else with Dragon Ruler, but it was pretty much whoever made the bigger board won anyway. This is not that kind of format. Think about it like this. If you can drop a Dracossack, a Big Eye, and another Dracossack, and another Big Eye, you're on a totally different kind of level. Think about that. Everyone's scared of two Dantes getting dropped on them, but think about in a format where you could get a Dracossack and a Big Eye dropped on you in the first turn, plus 3 other giant dragons, and a Star Eater. Oh my god, I almost forgot about Star Eater. You could get Star Eater dropped on you, you could get Stardust, you could get Spark dropped on you, you could get, god, what else? Oh, and you remember, jeez, I'm drawing a blank right now, but just like everything I've named so far, That's still a really ridiculous fort. An Ancient Fairy Dragon for another level 7. Like, stuff like that. Like, that's ridiculous. And people think that dropping 2 Dantes is ridiculous. And then, like, another thing. I said this in my Shadow video. Think about when they do hit Burning Abyss. Think about it. They can hit them in pretty much one ban list, and the deck will die. People will fight for a little while, but it will wither away and die. Think about Dragon Rulers. They had to hit the babies. What did the deck do? Still go on to top. What did they do again? Then they put them all to 1, and now look, you have OTK variants of like a shit ton of decks running around. Heretics, Lightsworn, Mythic Rulers. Think about Mythic Rulers. Like, even a format or two ago, Mythic Rulers were still one of the top competing decks. And I mean tier-wise. Maybe not meta, because everyone loves to change the meta. But I think the format I'm thinking of is Sylvans. When Sylvans were hot, so were Mythic Rulers, and Mythic Rulers were still putting in work. They can make Felgrand, they can make almost any level 8 Synchro, XYZ, which is still stupid. I remember playing Heretic Rulers. I love Heretic Rulers. That deck, that is an OTK deck. There's no other way to explain it. I will kill you. I will put a Star Eater, I will put a Leo, I will put a Dracosac, I will put a Big Eye, I will put I'll put a Darkness Metal Dragon on board, and what will you do? Nothing. You can't stop it. And people are like, but apparently Burning Abyss is somewhere on that level. So you're telling me if they hit all the Burning Abyss cards to 1, they could still function as a lethal deck? You're telling me that someone could splash them in something and make them viable again? Like, is that what you're saying? Like, let them hit Dante to 1. Let them hit Tour Guide. That's the sad thing is, you don't even have to hit any of the Burning Abyss. You can hit Tour Guide and the deck will slowly start to die. Like, are these people who call this deck tier 0 even aware of that? They basically had to ban everything that was in the Dragon Ruler deck before that deck decided to die. Think about that. All they have to really hit is Tour Guide, and this deck will slow down to a point to where Kleeforce will take over and Shadows will pick up again. Like, think about that. Like, that's basically the format. Like, that would basically be the format. All they would have to do is ban Tour Guide. And I know someone's going to be like, oh, you're just ignorant, you don't understand, you probably never played against the deck. And I can't argue with ignorance, because I don't claim to know the game perfectly, but I remember I remember seeing certain things since I've been playing, and when people try and compare to Double Dante to a board that easily is over 10k of damage, you're talking about formats that one would eat the other. Basically, the Dragon format would eat the Burning Abyss format, and everyone's like, oh, well, the game is changing. Okay, but the Burning Abyss work off of XYZs. If you wanted to make that argument, you would have to be talking about Kleeforce, which Kleeforce, a lot of people don't even consider a tier 0 deck. Everyone is saying Burning Abyss is. So if you look at Burning Abyss, they're using the mechanic of XYZs. You know what else did? Dragon Rulers. But look who made bigger, look who made better, look who made stronger, look who pretty much, like, look at the ban list. Almost any card that has to do anything with dragons is on there because of them. If Burning Abyss can give me the same kind of ban list that Dragon Rulers did, then I will never argue again. I guess that's all I have to say. Please tell me how you feel about Burning Abyss and Tier 0 in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.